And welcome back to my cozy corner of the internet. I'm Mayastar, and today we have another unscripted video. In this unscripted video, I'm going to be answering a lot of your questions about energy healing, covering connection with the Pleiadians, the Mary Magdalene's Inner Temple Empowerment, giving you the updates for the Mayastar and Maya Magical website and the services available, and the current special offer, which is for the Universal Rays Attunement course. I'll also be discussing my most recent channeled meditation track with you. As usual, I come armed with a script. As usual, I come armed with notes, but without a script. So we'll be meandering around the topics and pursuing the scenic route to enlightenment. If this sounds interesting to you, stick around and while away the next half an hour or so with me as we explore these things together. If you enjoy this kind of content, please consider subscribing so you don't miss a future upload. On the podcast, I release 2 episodes every week, an energy update and an unscripted video like this, and on the Mayastar YouTube channel I release daily meditations and light codes, as well as the unscripted episodes and energy updates. The energy updates go out on Monday and include daily law of attraction affirmations for you to use to inspire and uplift you on your spiritual path. If you'd like to help this channel out, please give the video a like and share it with your friends. And with no further messing about, let's get on with your questions. The first question this week relates to Mary Magdalene's Inner Temple Empowerment course. This is a single attunement course that connects you with the energy of the Ascended Master, Mary Magdalene, and it's a powerful option for those who want to feel more grounded and at peace in their physical body and increase your capacity to integrate higher spiritual energies, especially those that derive from the divine feminine and goddess energies. This course also has a meditation track that goes with it, which is quite a danceable meditation, and that might be something that you can try out to see if you feel drawn to those frequencies enough to purchase the attunement course and really connect. But the meditations are available, different mixes are available on the Mayastar YouTube channel and on all of the music apps. You can also purchase the tracks on Amazon and iTunes. But the question the person had was, can you tell me, does this course allow me to practice and teach this modality? If so, do I get the attunement information and a certificate to say I am a teacher or practitioner? And the answer to this question is, all of my courses are to master teacher level. There are a few courses where there are prerequisites like Tibetan Soul Star Reiki and Sekkim, 7 Facet Sekkim, where you do need to be an Usui Reiki master to pass the attunements on. But with the Mary Magdalene's Inner Temple Empowerment course, there aren't any prerequisites. So anybody can receive this attunement, and the attunement itself qualifies them to be able to pass the attunement on to others. There are stipulations in the manual regarding the pricing of passing on attunements, and you also need to be practicing with this energy healing system for a number of months before you would be considered qualified to pass it on. But that applies to any energy healing system. You don't just become attuned and the next day you can pass the attunement on to others. You do need time to work with the energy and integrate it so that you can properly support your own students and know what you're talking about. So yes, you receive the manual. The manual includes information on how to send attunements and receive attunements, of course, and you receive a certificate of achievement This is if you're taking just the course on its own. You receive a certificate of achievement that says you have been attuned to this modality and received the relevant instruction and so on. You can also, if you intend to go on to teach, I would recommend that you either take the advanced diploma package or at least upgrade the single course to a diploma. The diploma option means that on completion of your attunement, while you're working with the energy, you submit case studies to me to verify that you have experience of working with the system. And this option is intended for those who want to go on to teach, so that I can validate your credentials and verify that you have worked with the system. So I hope that's answered your question. Yes, Mary Magdalene's Inner Temple Empowerment course is to Master Teacher level, as are all of my courses. And my next question for today is, does energy healing improve physical health? I am looking for some natural strategies to help my migraines. And I was very intrigued to answer this question because I get variations on this question quite a lot, because energy healing is connecting you with spiritual energy. Some people think it's only appropriate for spiritual healing, but these things are connected, and how deep those connections go, nobody really knows, but it's probably a lot deeper than we imagine. And the physical body, to me, to my understanding and experience, is not in any way separate to your energy body. When you see diagrams showing your physical body, the aura, and then the other layers of the energy field around it, you may think of these as being separate, but in fact they are not separate at all. Just as they are tied to different levels of consciousness, and when you're moving from one state of consciousness to another, you don't leave one space and then go into another. It's a smooth transition because there's no boundary or barrier there. You're already connected, kind of thing. It is just a case of aligning with those higher frequencies. And the same applies to energy healing for your body. Although you're working on the energy body, your energy body is integrated as part of your physical body as well. So if something's going wrong in your physical body, it will be reflected in your energy body. And if there's something wrong in your energy body, it will be reflected in your physical body. And the same thing goes for your emotional and mental body, which some people consider two separate layers of the aura, but I mean, as I say, these things are all connected. It's not like there are barriers between them. It's not like they are properly distinct from each other. The only difference is the physical body is vibrating at a slower rate than the etheric bodies. The energy body and your soul vibrate at a much higher frequency. So in order to perceive those higher frequencies, you have to change your state of consciousness. And the goal of energy work and of spiritual practice is to keep all of these in alignment so that you remain both grounded and spiritually awakened. And when it comes to treating something like migraine with energy healing, they can be induced by stress, or at least aggravated by stress. Energy healing is fantastic for working on stress, because even if you are not sure about whether doing something with your energy field is going to make a difference to your physical body and actually promote some kind of healing and physical change, if you have doubts about that possibility. And I personally don't, but that's just my personal experience. But I'm very careful to never make claims that energy healing can heal any particular condition, because can't always. Just like if you go to a doctor and you get some medication for your migraines, it may work and it may not. They might have to try something else. So it's that kind of thing. You can't say for certain that energy healing would help you. But because stress is a big component with any kinds of headaches, and migraine is often related to stress, then energy healing as a practice is very relaxing. So adopting it as a regular part of your routine could easily reduce your stress, and through that mechanism reduce your frequency of your migraines, perhaps eliminate them altogether, who knows. But yes, it's certainly something that is possible. If it were me, if I were in that situation, I would certainly try it, because I take a holistic approach to healing. So as well as seeing my GP and getting whatever medication was appropriate, I would practice energy healing. I might try different types of energy healing. I might try different types of yoga, and I'd probably be doing all of these things at the same time, because that seems like the most sensible approach. It's rarely just one thing that causes a health problem. It's usually a combination of things. For example, like when people are talking about mood disorders and depression, a lot of those symptoms can be reduced by changing your diet and by changing your exercise routine. So energy healing might help in that situation, but it wouldn't help anywhere near as much as if you were also thinking, okay, I probably should cut out the alcohol and sugar for a while and see if that helps, and perhaps I'll go for a 30-minute walk every day for the next month and see if that helps. You know, if you can make those sorts of changes in combination, a few little changes that you can actually stick to are much more powerful than if you learn an energy healing system that you use every day for a week and then forget about, sort of thing. That's not going to be as effective. So I would say look at all the little changes that you can make. But yes, energy healing, well, I am probably biased because it is part of my own practice and it is something that I teach, but energy healing is very versatile, and a lot of people have had a lot of success, especially with conditions where they're removing stress, relieving pain, helping to calm the mind and improve the quality of sleep and those sorts of things. So there are lots of possibilities with energy healing. And if I were to choose an energy healing system to work with for migraine, there are a lot of options, but I would try the Violet Flame Attunement course or the Usui Shiki Ryoho Reiki course. Those would be the ones I'd recommend. The Violet Flame is very suitable for a short session. The Usui Reiki would be a longer energy healing session. And if I were managing a health problem like that, I would probably do a short session with the Violet Flame, and every morning, maybe for just 10 minutes, make that a meditation. And then use Usui Reiki in bed when I'm going to sleep, just to bring everything back into balance and calm myself down, soothe my mind, and intend to get some healing Reiki sleep. People do find they sleep very deeply after receiving Reiki, so that's why I often recommend it for use before you go to bed. So I hope that helps, but if I've missed anything, don't forget to let me know. Email me or drop me a comment and I'll address any further questions in a future video. And our next question for today is, I have recently been trying to connect with the Pleiadians, but I find it very hard. I found your meditations and they have helped me a lot, but I would like to connect more with them. I noticed you have several courses for Pleiadians and wonder which one would be best. Well, first of all, I'd say congratulations on finding a connection with the star people, and if you feel a calling to connect with them, it may well be that you are a Pleiadian starseed yourself, so be patient with yourself. I'm sure you already have a connection. If you're feeling drawn, that's sort of like a two-way thing. It may be that they are reaching out to you as well. And it will take time for you to develop that relationship, just like it would with any kind of relationship. So be patient and think of it as a friendship that you're creating with these light beings, and know that they are always supporting you. These are beings that support us in our spiritual development work, and they are concerned with the evolution of our spiritual consciousness as a planet. So they are often the first light beings that reach out to you if you are pursuing a spiritual path. And I'm glad my meditations have helped. There are a few Pleiadian ones, and as with all my meditations, they are inspired by the different energy healing systems that I teach through Mayastar. And there are quite a few actually for the Pleiadian category. We have Pleiadian DNA clearing and activation, Pleiadian white light connections, Pleiadian healing emanations, Pleiadian resonance orb, and the celestial encodings 1 to 9. All of those are Pleiadian in origin. So if you want to be very powerfully connected with the Pleiadians, there's also the option for the Pleiadian Energy Healer Advanced Diploma Package. But if you're just looking to start with one course, my recommendation would be Pleiadian DNA Activation, because that was the first one that I channeled, and I feel like it's a very powerful way to align your consciousness with the consciousness of the Pleiadians, so you can start really perceiving them and receiving guidance and support from them. DNA activation is an energetic mechanism that can activate different parts of your light body that are reflected in your level of consciousness. So by activating dormant DNA codes within your energy field, this can elevate your consciousness and help you to gain access to those higher frequencies of energy as well. And that facilitates a deeper connection with the Pleiadians. It helps you to tune in. I mean, that's what an attunement is. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. I'd recommend Pleiadian DNA clearing and activation. And I mean, if you wanted to take them in order of how they were channeled, that would be the Pleiadian DNA clearing and activation, Pleiadian white light, celestial encodings, Pleiadian orb, and then Pleiadian healing emanations. And now we're on to the updates part of this video. So the first update is the latest channeled meditation that will be going out on Wednesday in video form on YouTube, but which is already available on all of the music apps and available for purchase on Amazon and iTunes. And this meditation is for the Lemurian Night Temple light codes. At the time of recording this, we're 3 weeks into October and gearing up for Samhain or Halloween, and so it's a very powerful time, and this is the meditation that I'm going to be working with over this period. And so I will of course be streaming it over the Halloween nights for those who want to connect with these frequencies. I've made a pure mix dreamscape version. I don't know how I'm actually going to title that one, because it's sort of a combination. It's hybrid. It's somewhere between a pure mix, a dreamscape, and an ocean waves mix. So I'm not sure what I'm going to call that, but look out for that one. That's the version where I've taken the beat out and it's smooth light codes with just the vocal, but then I added some ocean waves on top of it so that it really inspires that Lemurian energy. You can just imagine a Lemurian temple on a beach and the waves washing up in the middle of the night. That's how I would spend my Samhain if I was in Lemuria, that's for sure. So there's also a fire mix, and I'm not sure how I'll title that one either, but the fire mix is intended to sound like you've got a bonfire on that beach. So, or a bonfire in your massive Lemurian temple, celebrating the season, getting rid of everything you want to get rid of from the past year, because Samhain or Halloween is the actual end of the year in the Celtic calendar. So it's sort of where we're celebrating the new year and we're getting rid of the old things and making our plans for the future. And for me, I like to make my plans around this time. So sort of between my birthday, which is the middle of September, and Samhain is when I'm sort of making my plans for the next 12 months. And then after Samhain, up until the 1st of January the following year, that 2-month period is sort of where I do all the strategy and get myself organised, ready to start. So I have 2 months of messing about and making all my preparations, and 10 months of living my life properly. But it works for me. So I think people fall into their routines around the holidays, and acknowledging these festivals can really help you in your spiritual practice, but also in the way that you organise your life. Because somewhere in the middle of that as well, you get the Black Friday sales where you can do all of your Christmas shopping and that. So it's like there are all these little events that lead up towards the end of the year. After my birthday, I start considering my preparations for Samhain for that year and so on. But yeah, so that's the meditation that's coming out this Wednesday, and I'll release 20-minute versions on the YouTube channel so that you can use them for timing, and I'll put on the original mix and the Dreamscape Pure Mix version as 20-minute videos on YouTube so that you can use them morning and evening. And you can also find the full versions, which are 1 hour long, on the Releases tab on YouTube, and the 12-hour looped live streams, which are available on the Lives tab on YouTube. And the energy for this meditation is also aligned with a new magical working. Well, it's not exactly a new magical working. The Bringing Moon is a soul retrieval intensive. Soul retrieval is a shamanic ceremony whereby your soul is called back from the places and times where you lost your power, where parts of your soul became fragmented and tied to external experiences. Usually this is through trauma, and over time your energy can become depleted if you've been through a lot of trauma. And if you've been working through trauma through counselling or journaling or any kind of personal healing practice, this is a way of bringing your power back to your body, back to your soul, drawing back the energy and the power that you lost in the past. And I actually have been performing this ceremony for people for, I think, about 2 years, to be honest. But I always intended for it to be one of the main rituals, the main magical intensives available on Maya Magical, where I have the Killing Moon Karmic Reversal 30-day ritual intensive, the Luring Moon Abundance Alignment 30-day ritual intensive, Now those two, the killing moon always starts on the dark moon, the luring moon always starts on the full moon, and now the bringing moon, the soul retrieval, a 30-day ritual intensive, will start on the new moon every month starting in November. So that's now available to the public, and you can read all about it on the Maya Magical website. And I also want to tell you about the updates to the Mayastar website, where a new page has been set up for the Mayastar temple services. And this is where you can purchase energy healing sessions for yourself. They're distance energy healing sessions, and they are 30 minutes long. The energy is encapsulated in an orb of life, which is programmed to be activated when you're ready to receive it. This means that you aren't tied to an appointment. It means that you can call it in at any point during that day, although I do recommend receiving them at night so that you can more fully integrate the energy while you're asleep. But that's down to you and your personal choice. And this also allows you to choose which energy you want to receive a transmission of. And I thought this was a good idea because if you leave it up to me, I will allow my guides to give their input, and I will follow my intuition in what energies are most appropriate for you for now. But if you want to experience a specific energy healing system, such as Violet Flame, Crystal Rose, Mary Magdalene's Inner Temple Empowerment, Lotus Fountain Healing, Kuan Yin's Compassionate Heart, anything, you can choose. And I thought this would be a great way of allowing people to connect with those energies, use the meditations, experience those frequencies in a more immediate way, even if they don't feel ready to take the course or they don't feel drawn to be attuned to those energies themselves. So it's just another option, and you can access it by going to mayastar.net and following the links in the menu on the front page. In addition to the healing sessions, you can also purchase the Mayastar Temple Blessing through that page, and you can buy those as a series as well if you prefer. And this is an option that you can use if you want just a general healing transmission. The Temple Blessing option is a ceremony, so I consider it part of my magical practice, and it can be used just to bring benefits to anybody in any situation, and it's intended to bring you peace, prosperity and progress in all you do. As you are probably aware, if you're a regular viewer, that's become a bit of a catchphrase for me, but that's the intention of the Temple Blessing ritual. So that's something else that you can now purchase from the Mayastar website. And finally, by popular demand, I have brought back the tarot option, but in a new format. So it's been quite a while since I stopped offering tarot and rune readings for sort of more mundane inquiries. I moved away from that and started offering readings only for spiritual guidance and for guidance on the healing journey, to help you to discover the archetypes and energies that are most powerful for you to connect with at the current time. So the Healing Journey Tarot reading worked in that regard, but what I'm offering at the moment is a mentoring service, which means I'll be completing a tarot reading for you each week. You can address a question if you wish, or you can leave it open to the universe to provide you with the guidance that's most relevant to you, and which will most inspire you and get you moving in the right direction to really make the most of the energies that you have at play in your life. And as a mentoring session, this means you can also come back each week, book a weekly session, so that your weekly tarot guidance from me will follow on And I think this option is going to be useful for people who are in a transition phase where you're looking for insight and guidance, you're looking for direction, you're making plans for the future, you're working out how to integrate experiences from the past. I feel like that's when this option's going to be most powerful for you. But certainly it might be something where you just want to take one session and receive guidance to get you started because you're procrastinating perhaps, and you just need something to get you inspired enough to start. And finally, the latest update is that the Universal Rays Attunements course is the current special offer from Mayastar. You can read all about it at mayastar.net. And this is a course that has 7 attunements. The attunements connect you with the different light frequencies that combine to make pure white universal light. So these are known as the 7 rays, and each ray is represented by a different ascended master. So if you feel drawn to connect with the ascended masters, this would be a great... You won't believe this. There's an actual money spider descending from my phone. It's recording over this. Isn't that weird? Where did that come from? Well, that's bound to be good luck. Hang on, how am I supposed to put it around my head or something? Oh, lost him. I've lost him. Oh, sure he was going to make me rich. That was really funny. Were my eyes wandering? I bet. Anyway, but it's nearly Halloween. He was probably just part of the decor. Anyway, where was I? The Universal Rays Attunements. This is a course that I took very early on, and it's one that I really enjoyed, and I really enjoy passing it on. And it's great for learning to connect with the Ascended Masters, but it's also great if you're just learning some of the correspondences, like different colours, different Ascended Masters, and that sort of thing, connecting with different frequencies, learning to differentiate between different vibrations and so on. It's great for getting you started on that. You can also purchase it through the Mayastar website as part of the Ascended Masters Energy Healer package, or the Ascended Masters Energy Healer Advanced Diploma package. So there are many options available, and this course will be on the special offer for the next 7 days. If you're not already subscribed to the Mayastar newsletter, you may want to subscribe to make sure you stay on top of all of the future offers and updates. To do that, simply visit the Mayastar website at mayastar.net and click the button to join the mailing list. And that's everything that I wanted to cover for today. I hope it's been interesting, and I hope I've inspired you on your path. If you have any questions for future videos, please leave them in the comments or email them to me, and I'll be sure to get to them in a future episode. That brings us to the end of our talk for today. So all that remains is for me to say, I hope you've had a good week, and I hope you're about to have another one. I hope you'll be back with me again next week for some more mystical meanderings. But in the meantime, I wish you peace, prosperity, and progress in all you do. With blessings.